Hello children, today we will learn about the polar regions. Let's begin. Children, after watching this video, you will be able to define and describe the polar regions. You will be able to describe about the climate and the land of the polar regions. Children, the regions surrounding the two poles are called polar regions. As you can see in the diagram, they make up the two frigid zones of the earth. The North Frigid Zone surrounds the North Pole and stretches up to the Arctic Circle. Look at the first picture. Here you can see the North Pole and the Arctic Circle. So it is the North Frigid Zone. The South Frigid Zone surrounds the South Pole. Look at the second picture and stretches up to the Antarctic Circle. This zone is almost fully covered by the continent of Antarctica. Now, let's learn about the climate of the polar regions. The polar regions are far from the equator, as it is clearly visible in the picture that they are far from the equator and get very slanting rays of the sun. And these rays spread over a very large area and do not give much heat. So, these regions are very cold at all the time. Large part of these regions are covered in snow. Look at these pictures. They are also covered with ice all the year round. These regions do not get much rain, and the rain is usually in the form of snow. Children, the polar regions have very long days in summer and very long nights in winters. When the North Pole is tilted towards the sun and has summer, it has daylight for 6 months. Look at this diagram carefully. So, in the first diagram, the North Pole is tilted towards the sun and it has which season? Yes, summer season. So it will be having daylight for 6 months. Isn't it interesting? During the time the South Pole has winter. Look at the second diagram because it is not getting the proper sunlight. It is tilted away from the sun and has darkness for 6 months. Now let's learn about the land of the polar region. In the polar regions, the land remains covered in snow and ice for most of the year. In the lowlands close to the Arctic and Antarctic circles, the snow covering the ground melts for a few months in summer. Streams, pools, and marshes are formed then. But the highlands and the regions close to the poles remain frozen all through the year. The polar regions are cold deserts. You know that Antarctica is the largest desert in the world. Now children, let's have a quick recap of this video. So we have learned that polar regions are located in the Arctic and Antarctic circle. The climate is extremely cold most of the year. Summers are hot, summers are short and cold. Winters are cold and dark. So that's it for today. I hope children you must have understood today's topic. Thank you.